Hi, we're John and Steph, and these are our sons Eliki and Sevanaya. Our family lived and still runs a small business in Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada. Our family has a dream, so we sold our stuff and packed our bags. We moved to a village in Fiji to start a new business venture. We are WakaFamily. A bit of a disclaimer before we start this video. I talk about going into town with a gentleman who's able to pull some strings. That gentleman is actually a distant relative of mine, and just so everybody's clear, when we're, doing all this farm stuff, getting all these government offices to, do the right paperwork for us, they say right now in Fiji it's not what you know, but it's who you know. So this gentleman is simply someone who knows the right people, is able to put me in touch with the right people. We are not interested in cutting any corners or doing anything dishonest, because in the long run we know that honesty will pay off. And if we think long term, we know that shaving 1 or 2 or 3 months off at the beginning is not going to pay off in the long run. So just a disclaimer, we're not paying anybody to go in with us. We're not paying anybody to quicken processes. We are dead set on doing this the right way, doing all the paperwork, getting everything we need in line so there's no questions asked in the future. And even to this date, May 20th, 2020, going back to what I'm talking in the video, we still have not received our offer letter. So, even though the gentleman knows people, this just shows you how long it's taken to get to this point. That was about 2 months ago. So, thank you guys very much. On with the video. Thanks. Good morning, everybody. So, the other day, I would like to apologize because I did not vlog anything. And we had a very successful day in town. There's a gentleman that we know who is able to pull some strings, we could say. And he knows people inside some of these different government departments. And so we went into town with him to help us regarding the lease that we're trying to apply for the 2 pieces of land. And he came in and he definitely got things moving. That was on Tuesday. Today, we're on Friday. And we're going back into town because they said that they would have an offer letter potentially for us ready, which means that due to this whole coronavirus, there is a board that usually sits in the capital that approves all the land leases. But because of the virus, the board is not meeting. So it's going to one man who gets the requests for the leases and he's just signing off on them, which means you have to waste time with board meetings and stuff. So that means that our stuff gets processed faster, which all just happens to be a case of good timing, I suppose, God's timing. And so, yeah, we're thankful and we hope that we can get an offer letter here today, if not, hopefully in the next short while here. Offer letter meaning they tell you how much you need to pay for your lease over the years, and if you accept, then you pay the price of that offer letter, and then you would start making lease payments annually. So, fingers crossed. I'm gonna take you guys to town with me, see what happens. Thanks for joining. Oh my gosh. That's what we have to do to get to town. Wet boots, muddy road, muddy road, muddy road. Gotta walk to the main road where I get the rental truck. Oh, Fiji. Yep, short-term pain, long-term gain. So we were just in the forestry department, yeah, and we were discussing with them about having them supply some seedlings for our farm. There's a program set up where government has been given a certain amount of money, and they will pay you to plant trees, and they have to plant about 1 million per year, and they pay you $287 per hectare for how much you plant. So And they give out the seedlings for any tree that you want to plant for free. So this is good for us because we can supply ourselves with free seedlings from nurseries around Fiji that the government provides, and then you get paid a certain amount to actually plant them. After 5 years, the government pulls out, you get to keep your trees, the program's over. So, hoping for the best. Yeah. So, we came into town, and right away when we came in, we called the land trust board, which is the people that we're dealing with, to try to get our lease. But the coronavirus is real right now, so we're just in the middle of this. For those of you who are watching this later on, this is the first week of April 2020, and so yeah, so this is the country just went into basically, well, supposed to be lockdown, and so all the government agencies have closed their doors, and yeah, so that makes it very difficult. So of course we came in on Wednesday, and on Thursday they closed the doors, and so the man who submitted all our paperwork to the capital city said that it got there. When it got there, they said that we don't have enough signatures. So when I was there on Wednesday, the guy in the office said, so you have enough signatures, we're past that point, now you need a letter of consent from your clan, basically because your name wasn't mentioned in a median along with your dad's name, which is who I'm trying to get the lease with for the farm. Me and Dad's name both to be on the leases, and so we had to go back to the village. We got a signature from, or approval letter from the chief, basically, and then yeah, we came back today. We submitted the letter the other day from the chief, and then today they said we don't have enough signatures again. So when he said we were good for the signatures, no, we're not good for the signatures again. So everything is in place. I have photocopies of all these documents. We've had all of our signatures verified by that department that deals with all the registered clan members, because you need at least 50% approval of all the clan members to lease their land. And we have 62%, and it said, there's a stamp there that says 62%. So we have a feeling that somebody is tweaking our documents when they get to the capital. And we don't really know what's going on, because when it's here in Lambasa, it's all approved. There's no problems, never any problems. But as soon as it goes to Suva, they find discrepancies that don't even make sense. They're not even discrepancies, they're not real. So yeah, we're going to keep pushing on, keep pressing forward. Sorry, this is a bit long-winded, but that's where we're at. So I also went to the bank today to try to set up a bank account, because I had to finalize a couple documents. They needed like some signing authority, authorization, and yeah, I'm supposed to have a stamp. Every business in Fiji has like an official stamp, and they always want things on letterhead, and they want your official seal. And they're like, you don't have a seal? I'm like, well, that's like something that's only relevant in Fiji. Like nowhere else in Canada or anywhere do you need a stamp on everything. So I went to the office. There's a agency here that deals with all these stamps, and they're not getting any shipments right now because of the coronavirus. So everything's shut down. There's no planes because they get their stamps made in the capital city, which is on another island. So I went back to the bank. I had a signing authorization letter, like I said, and she asked me about the stamp. I'm like, no, I can't get the stamp because the office, or the place that orders stamps, is closed. And she's like, oh, well then I'll have to submit an exception letter, try to get an exception in this case from our head department in the capital city. And so I'll give you a call once I get the authorization to make an exception in this case to open a business account without a stamp or seal. So this trip today was, I'll be honest, it was pretty discouraging, but my hopes are still high. Like, I'm excited. The gentleman that has been helping us has been so helpful, and he told me today, like, he sees in me like that I actually really want to do something, and I've shared my vision with him, and so I think he has kind of understood where I'm coming from and what I want to do in this place, and he said he's committed to me. Like, he will even come and help me plant with his sons. And so, yeah, there's a really nice relationship there, and I really appreciate what he's doing for us. And even to that, he actually was part of the parliament, and he said that he would even take this to the president or the prime minister of Fiji if it keeps going like this. So I will keep you guys posted. We're headed back home right now, and we'll talk soon. Whew. What is up, guys? Welcome to another day here in the jungle in Fiji. These are exciting days, exciting week that we've been experiencing. So we just had a group of about 10 guys out here for about 3 days. They have been cleaning land and preparing it for planting. So I'm going to take you guys right now down the path that you can see behind me, and we'll go take a look at the work that they've done. What was it called? Cyclone Harold just came through a couple days ago, and so there's lots of trees down, so we didn't work that day just for the safety of the men. And yeah, so we've had a good week of work so far. Just missed a day for the cyclone, and yeah, let's go see what they've got done.